Welcome to your Yin meditation practice. So for today's practice, please find your props. I like to say the more props, the better, because you might not know when you'll need them in certain positions. So foam chip block, cork block, and it could be a foam cork block, but a bit thicker. I have two bolsters on the side here, which I'm going to use in various poses. So again, with Yin, there's usually 3 stages in each pose. So level 1 being the easiest, more beginner, 2 going a little bit deeper, 3rd going to the deepest. And you can move into any of those at any time throughout the holding of the pose. So we basically do each pose and hold for time. And in that time, you might stay at 1, you might move to 2, 3, or you might start at 3. You might back out of 3 and go back into 2. Just listen to your body. Make sure we're not using yang energy. We're using more the yin. So you should be able to just relax into it without any sharp shooting pain. More of a meditative state, cooling, breathing, and you can hang out there for anywhere from 2 to 6, 7 minutes roughly in that window today we'll be working with. So just reminding yourself of that. So I'm already in our first pose, which is going to be toe squat, modified toe squat. So I'm going to do this option today. I'll show you from the side. I'm just curling all 10 of my toes under me, and I'm going to just sit on my heels. And this is our first pose, toe squat. This could be intense. So again, come out whenever you need to, maybe tap the top of your toes, circle your ankle joints, and then coming back into it at any time. Okay, and if you want, also, for some of us with knee issues, it's painful in the knees, you might take a blanket or pillow, place it between your calves and your sit bones. This helps the tension away from the knees. Any sharper angle gets softened by the support. So feel free to adjust that, and then you can also modify by having that, and also sometimes just coming and sitting in this position. You're not getting much of the toe stretch in there, but we can start to open up the quads and knees a little bit as well in hero's pose. So ideally you can stay in toe squat. So as you are in your toe squat, just take a moment to soften your gaze or close your eyes. You might connect index and thumb finger to stay present in the moment. This is Gyan Mudra, wisdom, connection to the present. Inhale, shoulders draw up, take them back and down. Do that a few times as you're in your toe squat. And roll the shoulders. Yeah. And just take a moment to connect to your breath here. Feel the belly breath as you inhale, expanding. As you exhale, the slight contraction of the belly. Notice if you're clenching the jaw, there's tension, then recognize it and soften into this. You might even lean forward to help take the pressure off the toe squat, or leaning hips over heels. Leaning back could be the deeper version, I'd say. Okay, so de-weighting the pressure on the toes could be your stage 1, 2, or 3. Also using the bolster to soften it. Sometimes even if this is like way too much, you might even take the block and place it under your heels. You might want 2 of the same size blocks, or you can use a bolster blanket and then just put that under your toes. So we're still holding. I'm checking the time. So we have about 30 more seconds of hold in toe squat. You might even just prop your heels up on something and hold here so the heels support, it's not as deep. Okay, so lots of variations for a toe squat. Taking the last, let's say, 3 full cycles of breath. Toe squat is amazing for the earth element, working on the spleen. It's targeting those meridian lines